We got a surprise for you.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know if you guys know, but this car is essentially brand new. It's not a new car, but this is a preserved Swift with only 20,000 kilometers on it. It doesn't get much cleaner than this, legit. 28,900K. Not a scratch on this car. I'm not even kidding, man. This thing is crispy. I saw this car at the lot. I walked right by it because it's just a silver car. Didn't think much of it. Did a little bit more research into it. Pretty desirable body and pretty expensive body, all things considered. So I've never even done a 360 look on this car, and I bought this completely blind. This thing has the lowest K out of any car we have ever bought. 28K. Legitimate clean title kilometers is insanity. That is low, even for Japan standards. You know, my Freed has this big panel right by the battery. So what do we got here? This is a naturally aspirated, and it is a 16 valve, so it is a 4-banger, but you know what? I don't even know the size of the engine. Reason being, these came in a ton of different sizes. These came in a 1.0, a 1.2, and a 1.6. I haven't even looked at the information yet. I kid you not. I kid you not. He just dropped it off. So in terms of displacement, we have a 1.32 liter engine, gasoline. And just Googling it really quick, I didn't know they had a 1.3. I know they had a 1.2 and a 1.0 and a 1.6. So it seems that we have one that I didn't even know about. All right, well, it's bigger than two of the possibles that I thought we would even have. I legitimately bought this car blind. I did not see it. I did not inspect it. I did not look at it. I asked him a few things. I said, how many K? I said, is it a clean title? And what transmission is it? And that was it. Because anything else we can change. For example, if it's the DOTs or the markers on the tires aren't there, which they aren't, I already checked, those are going to have to swap over, and we'll get some brand new road safe tires for North America. This thing doesn't even have any maintenance stickers, and that's really important. You might ask why. Because it never had to go through any. It didn't have to go through A package maintenance, B package maintenance. I don't even think, based off the amount of kilometers, the fact that this thing is just a time capsule, I don't even think it went through many shock ends, which is the mandatory inspection. But this thing is so absolutely mint, it's just dusty, just from sitting. But other than that, everything is so new on it. It's just so new because it can't not be. It hasn't been driven. It is not an ex-taxi. It is not an ex-rental. It just simply is the crowning achievement of kind of what happens with cars in Japan. They don't have a whole lot of K. Our Freed doesn't have a lot of K. The MR Wagon doesn't have a lot of K. My Cappuccino doesn't have a lot of K. They simply don't get driven to the same extent as cars in the States, where you have to hit I-5 and it's like, oh, I'm just going up the road, and you go 45 miles to hit up Fred Meyer. That's not what's happening here. This country is very compact, so when you drive just small distances, which is why this is so well preserved. This is going to be a very, very fun car to tinker around with. You know, I got off the horn with Rob, and we like to find problems in the cars that we can fix. The Freed was in shambles, didn't even have headlights when we got that car. I'm not confident we're going to find many problems with this car. A little bit of cloudy headlights from just age, but other than that, the thing's an absolute piece. And we're going to explore it as best we can over however long we have this car. Just going over really quickly, the interior is frickin' mint. I'm talking like, did they even fold down? There's not even any marring on the rollers for the sun visors. It's just insane. The deck's nothing to write home about, but that can be swapped because it's paneled. It's part of this square. And this doesn't have any of the actual AC commands, which usually you can retrofit anyways. You got airbag, you got the glove box, and oh yeah, I keep these because you can't export these. Keep the flares. The flares from 2010. So might have just sat for 14 years, if that's what that means. That's when it expired too. Do we have some hidden compartments? Not many actually. And even though this is a base model car, it still comes standard with AC and power folding mirrors because all cars in Japan do. Yes, we have a TAC, thank goodness. We have a force, I think a 5-speed auto. 5-speed auto. Hey, some plates! Oh, plate frames. That's awesome. I love those because those are expensive. What's that? What is that? All right, someone went to the kombini. They give you these when you go to kombini. 5 seats, full-size car. Oh, gotta check what's in here. Gotta check what's in here. Ah, nothing. There's not going to be anything in here, man. You know, that's the problem with finding these pieces. These absolute mint cars. Is that there's not going to be anything. It's not going to tell a story. You know, we found gum and glasses and bus car. Look at that. It's just freaking, yeah. This is a dealership piece, man. Yeah, you know, we're not going to find anything. That's it. Bye-bye. We're pretty much done. Oh, we have a problem, everybody. One of the 2 bolts is rusted. Unacceptable. Yeah, so what you would do is you would take that out while leaving that in and then put that one in that's new, and then vice versa. You don't want to take both out just because you want one to support the hatch at any given time. That's it, everyone. Absolute timepiece, 17 time capsule, specimen, 17,000 miles, 28,000 K. Stay tuned.